Well, hello again, everybody out there. As previously promised in one of my earlier video tapings here, I'm going to put down my chainmail now, show you what it looks like, and explain a little bit more about it. First off, I guess just to say, always wear tight-fitting clothing. Preferably, I'll be wearing quilted armor. It's like basically a really heavy-duty shirt to cushion blows against chainmail. For although it does stop bladed weapon and broad-headed arrows, it won't help if somebody hits you real hard. It's not padded at all. So somebody hacks you with a sword, you're not going to get cut, but you're still going to get broken bones. So you preferably like to have some kind of quilted padded armor on underneath. But I just have a tight-fitting shirt, as you can see, and that's all I need because I don't have barbarian hordes coming down at me. So anyway, very hard to get one of these things on. One of the ones I make anyway, because they're heavier than the actual article would be. Gotta remember with the coif, it weighs 21 kilos. May not sound like much, but in reality that's over 42 pounds. It is pretty heavy, but I'm used to it, and I did make it specifically for me. So it's not too bad. But a lot of people have problem getting it on because it weighs so much. They're like, how the hell do I get this on? Because you can't put it on like a normal shirt. So I will show you. First of all, you can't see down here, but you don't have to. Stick both your arms through the sleeves, and I'll hook it up here. I'll show you. That arm through there. Get that arm through there, and then all you do, lift it above your head and let its own weight drag itself down. See, it's a nice and tight, snug fit. That's what you want there. And there you have it. Fits awfully fine. Got full range of movement all over the place. A little bit baggy in the arms, but that's because, it's easier than cinching up the arms. It's a very tricky process to do. I also have the coif here. Now keep in mind, for those hardcore veterans out there, I might not be pronouncing it proper. I've read the word many times, C-O-I-F, it's French. I'm saying it's coif, but maybe that's not how you pronounce it, but that's the hat type dealie. Now normally I'd have either have a leather lining sewn into it, or I'd wear the cap over top of my head before I put this on because it tugs on your hair a little bit, but it's not too bad. People are basically pussies, so I never bother to do that. So anyway, take off my glasses there. And then, voila, perfectly done. Spread it all out, covers the neck and whatnot. See if I can put the glasses on anyway, it's kind of hard. They didn't have glasses back in the day, so this was never much of a problem, well. But there you go, fully decked out. Get a little bit of a closer image on me there, see? Get some better light, I don't know. It's pretty cool looking, I think, though. But anyway, this particular suit has roughly 8,500 rings in it. 8,500 rings. I made them all myself from plain 12 gauge galvanized steel baler wire. And I took the wire, I cut it to length, I rolled it myself, I cut the rings myself, I did everything myself. This is heavy duty chainmail. It is battle worthy, believe me, I have sparred with it. Gets you really tired, but protects you something fierce. I swear to God, it's protected me quite a bit. Because I don't just hang my swords up on the wall, I don't make armor just to put it there and say, hey, look what I have. I actually use this. I get out there and I practice with it. As far as I'm concerned, every bit of rust, every notch in a blade is a tale. It's part of the history and part of the character of the weapon or the piece of armor. To hang it up on the wall and just leave it there just seems kind of dumb. Unless it's a purely decorative piece, and then what else are you going to do with it? You're going to break it if you use it. But anyway, I'm not going to show you how I made this right now. It's very, not lengthy, but I'd have to dig out all the supplies, and I don't want to do that right now. But I just thought I'd show you what it looks like on. Remember, this does weigh over 42 pounds. The thing is, once you get it on, you barely notice it. All the weight is on your not on your shoulders, but it rests on your shoulders and is directed down through your spine. So it's really like wearing a really wet wool sweater. That's what it feels like at first. You wear it for a while and it starts to tell on you. I have no problem with it, but I designed it just for me. I've worn it for over 12 hours straight and not had a problem, but I went to one of my friends, and he worked for Halloween, and he wore it for 4 hours, and it fucked up his back so much he couldn't work for 2 days. But I think he's just a pussy, you know. I'm not a big guy, I'm not particularly muscular, but maybe it's because I work out with swords and I know the in-depth of this armor all too well, so. But it's pretty cool and interesting thing there. It took me about 300 hours to make, give or take. I could make the entire thing over in half that time now. But the thing is, when people start making chainmail, all the experts, all the masters, they tell them, make something small, you know, make a belt, you know, or make anything, just some decorative piece. Make something small to get into it and work your way up. I threw that out the window. I said, fuck that. The very first thing I'm making is a full hauberk, and lo and behold, I did. Well, it's not full, it's more like a half. Full hauberk would go down to my knees. It's for riding a horse, but down the center protects your knees from infantry swords and spears and whatnot. But still nice nonetheless. I have made other interesting things besides that. I've made belts, gloves, which are very, very hard to make. Gloves are very hard to make. And interesting thing for all the ladies out there, chainmail bikinis. Ask your husbands, ask your boyfriends. They're pretty damn cool. They're sexy. Yeah, I've made a couple of those. But yeah, here it is. There'll be more from it later. See you later. Oh, I guess just show you how to take it off. Very, very interesting way to take it off. I'll take out my glasses here first. Just bend over to get this out. Okay. Now, you thought getting it on was kind of easy. You just throw it over your head and let gravity take effect. Getting it off is even easier. Quite literally, all you do, you bend over, stick your head between your legs, kiss your ass goodbye, and just let its own weight, again, drag itself off of you. So watch. Go forward. Ta-da. Lo and behold, I am now de-armored. So there you go. See you later now.